Incoming transmission.
Ho, ho, ho. Merry Christmas!
Welcome, Watchers of Illusion, to my Castle of Confusion on the 3rd of December. Hope you enjoyed the Christmas intro. It's here to stay for the next, well, until January. So we're looking at Rastan Saga II, released in Japan, 1988. Yes. So yeah, it's not quite Rastan Saga Part 1 at all. This is odd, to say the least. I'm not quite sure what they were thinking when they made this game, but let's crack on and see if we can find some positives to say about it. I quite like the big snake guy. There's a positive. It's a bit strange in the fact that the character looks completely different. I've gone for this instead of going for like the hulking barbarian type character we had in the first one. He just looks, I don't know, a bit dense, shall we say, to try and keep it as polite as possible. I quite like the snake guys, they're quite cool, but the main character just looks pants. And what is he doing with his sword? That's not even an attack animation, really, is it? And what's with the claws? I'm not picking those up again, they're bloody horrible things. So, right, so you've got a sword and a shield. This guy can hit me from much further away than I can hit him, which is, oh, great and fair and all that. No, not really. I like the death animations, they're quite nice. Strange foreshadowing of this game, really. But yeah, it's not very good at all. I mean, graphically it's inferior, I think, to Rastan 1. I think they've gone for bigger graphics, but that hasn't really helped. And most of the time you're not even hitting anything. I'm just going to go nuts with my sword here and just spike these guys in the heads to put them out of their own misery for being in such a crap game. But never mind. There were 3 parts to the Rastan Saga. There's never called the Rastan Trilogy, but Rastan Saga. Part 3 was called Warrior Blade, which I might look at. Apparently it's a poor man's golden axe, but if anyone else has played it, then let me know. What was supposed to do with that? It just doesn't seem to do anything. Control-wise is pretty much fairly simple setup of attack, jump, and that's about it. And it's awful, guys. This is really bad. I mean, look, you can attack in many different directions now, which is lovely and all that. But it's not smooth at all. And what the hell? I'm supposed to get down there somehow. I'm attacking downwards, not actually hitting anything. So it's very much trial and error, a lot of this. I'm gonna see if I can. See, you get to this point and you're like, well, I can't go back anywhere, so I've got to go down there somehow. And I'm going to try and, well, I'm going to just try that. That skeleton is trying to stab me through the wall. But then I'm, oh, okay, so randomly I can now smash my way through the floor. Right, so pushing down an attack when you're jumping will attack downwards, same as in Rastan 1. But it's not very good. The collision detection on this is absolute rubbish. You're lucky if you actually hit what you're trying to do. And oh, you can control the height of your jump, apparently. I'm not quite sure how. I think the longer you push down the fire button, the higher you jump, apparently. But it's again, it does it when it wants to, rather than when you want it to, which is not great at all. There's not much in the way of sound either that I could give this praise for, which is, again, it's a great shame. I don't understand. And now we go randomly into a boss fight, and I come flying in from the top of the screen. What the hell is that meant to be? But yeah, I come in flying from the top of the screen when I was at the bottom of the screen to begin with. That makes no sense whatsoever. It looks like, I don't know, it just, words fail me. I don't even know what's meant to be. You can only sort of attack it from behind as well. You can attack it in the back of its head. By the time you get round there, you know, it basically kills you. Let's have a quick look at the UI while we're at it. Top left is how many lives you've got left, your score, high score, and then in the bottom left you've got your health and your... God, this is terrible. It's also 2 players simultaneously, so if you want to actually torture a friend, you could bring a friend along and play simultaneous cooperative, which I suppose is a plus, but there's not really any pluses. I have opened a fire, now I am determined to hold my ground at any cost. Who wrote this? This is... Sorry, my 5-year-old could probably write a better sentence than that. I'm not sure what look they've gone for with the main character. He's you can't kill those. Your time's in the bottom middle, by the way. I'm just going to go with the claws, I don't care. They're faster than the sword and shield, but... Oh, great, I get blocks thrown on my head. Brilliant. So, imagine, guys, that you'd paid money to play this, and this was what you were greeted with. Not as bad as the guys on the Sega Mega Drive or Genesis that decided to pay out for the cartridge version of this, which I'm going to tell you now was a lot more than you would have put into an arcade machine, because you would have probably given up by now. The only reason I'm playing this past this point is to give you guys a fair representation of what this game is actually like. And already my will to live is being sapped beyond belief. As you can see, even my character can't bear to be alive anymore, so he just allows the blocks to drop on his face. I mean, the bad guy design is pretty bad as well, to be honest. I mean, generic bat, we've got this weird turtle thing we can't kill. It's just... I just don't know what they were thinking. I really don't know what... Look at this guy. I'm just going to smash your head in while you can't get over the turtle on the floor. What? I mean, when it comes to level design, I can't say the level design's overly appealing either. There seems to be quite a lot of things in the way that don't need to be in the way. There's these things you can't kill, which is irritating to say the least. Can we get over... No, we can't even get over there without falling in. Game puts you on the other side, I suppose, which is a blessing. But again... so, I mean, I suppose there's good variety of bad guys, I'll give it that. The animation is clunky, but it's not terrible, but I've seen better on a ZX Spectrum, I've got to say, which is saying something. So I'm going to take us through as much as I can bear to play on this, I think, guys, and see if we can actually get anywhere at all. We've got some new enemy types here, these little green guys with axes, little snot buckets with that will kill us. See, again, you're going to find that death animation, you're going to see that a lot. Oops. Did I just fall off the... I just fell off a ledge. Great. So, okay, he's not grabbing hold of that rope, but if you just die and go to the other side, then it puts you there automatically, which I suppose half the battle's done for you in that case. But imagine you were pumping coins in to play this game. You'd feel robbed, wouldn't you? I know there's people who bought this on the Genesis and the Mega Drive and with like, oh my god, what's this? It must be Rastan, it must be cool. No, really, it's not. It's not. If you haven't played this game, don't. I'm doing this so you don't have to. Now look at the, look at this. I can't even get up onto that next ledge. It's like, get right to the edge and you headbutt it and fall through the... Oh, this is horrible. Right, so I'm gonna... No, oh, there we go again. So, yeah. There we go. You can't... collision detection, guys. Come on. If you're going to put somewhere you need to jump, make sure there's some headroom to actually jump. I can't actually jump. This is ridiculous. Okay. See, you literally have to walk on the air to be able to jump across this. So, oh, well, there we go. Oh, and I've jumped. I've jumped too far. My God. There's just no two-way. There you go. At least there's a sensible option there to. And now I don't even have to duck through anything. You can just walk straight through walls. This is weird, and it should never have been made. Let's have a look and see, though. Look at this big Medusa thing. Right, I can't hit the shield, so I must be able to hit the head or go behind her and hit behind. Oh, there we go. Oh, now she stabs me in the back. A bit like how I imagine the fans felt when they got this game delivered to them. But unfortunately, Taito really dropped the ball on this. They should have stuck with the original character design and just made a more epic game. Rastan Saga, the first one, is just brilliant. I think I've done this, and you know what, the Spectrum version of Rastan's brilliant. If you haven't played that, then the Spectrum version of Rastan puts this to shame. I mean, that should give you all you need to know, really. Saying that, the Specky was an awesome machine, and actually Rastan 1 on the Specky was absolutely gorgeous. So yes, and the 128K had all the music too. So have a look at that. It is on the channel, so go and have a look. So yeah, it looks like I've just got to sort of slash her in the face, which sounds absolutely lovely, doesn't it? But never mind. There we go. God, she's like just doesn't want to die. Anyway, I'm going to leave it there because I've pretty much had enough of this game now. Anyway, you guys keep it retro, and as we plough towards Christmas, I'm going to try and find some games to play that haven't already been done on the channel to do with Christmas. If you've got any recommendations, let me know. But until next time, I'll leave you and say bye-bye!